Alright, y'all, check it out, dude. I want you guys to just, like I always try to remind you guys, because I love you guys. I want you guys to do good, even if it means doing better than me. That's what I'm here. I'm made to catapult a lot of you guys. Whether you give me, I don't care to have credit. I don't care to even get a pat on the back from the people that I've helped the most, right? Because me and God have this agreement. There you go. But, so I got to keep this going with you. Make sure that you are checking in with yourself. What am I bitching about today? I know you guys are tired. I know that you single parents are tired and children are being disobedient. Listen, it is the devil's main job to separate you from your children, whether you're male or mom or dad. In America, we have to do better with our family unit, guys. We gotta look, back in the day, shit was built to last, right? A marriage, they worked that shit out. They didn't just throw it away. Now, if you're to the point where you absolutely cannot get along, you guys are screaming and carrying on in front of the kids, you know, do what your heart's telling you to do. Pray to God about it. But over some petty stuff, guys, think about the future of our generation, guys, because I'm a single parent myself, and I see the effects that it's had on my child and my health, my mental health, because I have to be masculine and feminine. I have to be the nurturer and the disciplinary. There is no good guy or bad guy. I have to be both. And it's a lot, because I don't even have grandparent help, right? And so I have to constantly check in with myself and ask myself, what am I bitching about? Am I going on a bitching tantrum? Am I being abusive verbally with my words to myself? To myself. A lot of us, we are so mean to ourselves and don't even catch it. It's like that shadow side, always trying to tell you this, you ain't good enough, or you're just a F up, that's all you're ever gonna be. Listen, nobody asked that shadow side of you, and you need to tell it that. Say, next time that voice comes in of, I'm so stupid, you know, you always want to persecute yourself because you make a mistake. Life is about making mistakes, and I don't care how, you did a good job today. Some of you guys need to just hear that right there. You did a good job today, and God knows your efforts and your honesty and your integrity. It's going to pay off. I'm a living, breathing witness of it, you guys. You know how many times I've gotten screwed over just with my career and everything, not just being ignorant, not knowing? The thousands of dollars that I've ignorantly missed out on because I didn't realize my worth. I didn't realize my knowledge. I didn't realize the value of my knowledge. There we go. Because I was allowing other people to put that on me. Whatever... You know, we each have our own programming, guys. Whether you want to believe it or not, we are programmable beings. Why don't you think you know much about your lineage? We had to get an ancestral DNA test to find out anything past great-great-grandma. There was a reset. There was a major reset. They don't know. Therefore, they couldn't tell us. So, with that being said, quit clinging on to what your parents said. Or what, just because they always played it safe don't mean you have to. Follow God's script for your life, and you are not going to slip. And even when you do, He's going to catch you. He told me the other day, He said, I'm going to show how an imperfect person like me, I'm going to show how I can move an imperfect person within an imperfect world and still show everybody the glory and the mercy that I have for their life, for my life, for your life. And do I deserve it? I sometimes I don't feel like it, but then I take myself outside of myself and I look at myself from a third person and my morals and my values and things like that. This isn't to say I'm better than anybody, guys, because listen, if I'm like offending you or you feel convicted or something, I've probably done it times 10. So I'm not saying that, but I never was a straight up piece of shit. You know what I mean? I'm good to those who are good to me. And I try to show kindness with even strangers because I know that they don't even know any better. They're at war within themselves. And that they want to take it out on everybody else because they don't know what else to do with it. And they might look at you, right? one with the Holy Spirit, you seem to have direction. You seem to have that. People think things come easy for you when everything that we have the chosen have ever owned, we have blood, sweat, and tears involved in every bit of it. Every fiber of this phone, of the car I'm in, I have worked my ass off for. Other people think it has come to you easy because you make it look easy, because you have the Spirit of the Most High God inside of you. They don't know the trials and tribulations that you suffer on a day-to-day basis trying to live amongst these people. Just trying to show them that there is another way. There is another way out. And to follow Christ's principles and utilize them within your everyday life, you're going to be renewed by the transformation of your mind. And then you're going to start being as though it were. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he shall be. If you think you're a dumbass, so you shall be. Quit bullying yourself. You did a good job today. Okay? Even if you've made mistakes, even if you made a bad investment, it's learning, guys. It's just a journey. Don't beat yourself down over spilt milk. It's already spilled. Wipe that shit up and keep it rolling. You have enough for today. I don't know who this word's for, but you have enough for today. And if you can comprehend what I'm saying there, you might think, yeah, Caitlin, you're not getting ready to lose your house that you've been paying mortgage on for 50 years. I understand that. But look, if you can comprehend this for just a second, take my word for it, you have enough for today. That is going to be manifesting the promises of God into your life. Psalms 91, he's going to be your shelter. He provides for the birds. Are you not more important than the birds? We got to remember this stuff. And faith without works is dead. Christ couldn't heal only the people that didn't believe. That's our power of our mind. Christ was showing us the power of our mind. It's all there, guys. He showed us taught us everything. Told us everything we were going to be up against, as far as the church, the Pharisees, the ones that act holier than thou, out of just ego, when they're pushing people away from Christ. Then we're going to be the ones that when Judgment Day does come, he's going to say, I didn't know you that do iniquity. Hold on, I cast the demons out in your name, Lord. Flee from me, you that do iniquity, because your works of your hand were far from me. I don't know you. That's them kind of people, guys. So if you feel like conviction in your heart when I said that, do a heart check. Ask God to circumcise your heart, because you have scar tissue on there and a mask to mask it, to masquerade, to where, because you don't want everybody to see the real you, because you're afraid it's going to be rejected. Those that are made to be in your life are not going to reject the real you. Mask off. Mask off. We create many through this life because society tells us to. Fuck society. Society's going to hell in a handbasket, guys. And that's why I'm saying our family unit has to be stronger, because our nation is out of control. This gentle parenting needs to stop, because, mark my words, another 2, 3, 4 generations, or not generations, 2, 3, 4 more decades. We're only here for like 7, 8, 9 if we're lucky. By then you're an old fart. Think about how short time is, right? In another 3 or 4 decades, we are going to see the outcome of this gentle parenting in the single parent home. They're encouraging the father to not be in the home by paying. They're willing to pay for their way, which they're not. It's coming out of our tax dollars. It's encouraging people to be having multiple children by multiple different men that don't have no solid foundation. And what is that doing? That child is not, it don't have the balance and the stability that a child needs to thrive in this crazy world. I feel like I've failed my daughter a lot because I wasn't able to settle with somebody safe to be a father figure for her. But at the same time, I was so wounded, I couldn't imagine somebody even raising their voice at her, because I was still living in my wounded childhood state because of how mean and how I was done as a child. You know, I dare somebody to raise their voice at my child and scare her. Now it's doing her an injustice because she's out off the chain. And I have to hit the C note versus Dad. All he has to go is, hey, go to bed. And then they all go to bed. Mom has to go to bed, go to bed, go to bed, get in bed. You know, and she gets judged for it. People that ever judge anybody for doing that kind of stuff don't know the pain that you bear day to day being a single parent, especially if you have multiple children. Especially if you're working, you're a middle class person. I don't care if you're male or female, and you're a single parent, and you're really trying to break generational chains. That means you don't have your mom, or even your spouse's parents might be a little wacky. Like my situation, I was willing to take that sacrifice and do the best I could by myself because I knew how they were and how they are towards me, and I didn't want them passing that on to my kid. But at the same time, I know that I don't want to be passing on my flaws to her neither. So it's all about the balance, guys. I hope this was food for thought, and as always, stay prayed up and stay up, baby. I love y'all. Thank you for watching.